Hello, hello. Happy New Year, everybody. Let me actually it's not done. I was hoping to jump onto my main account already, but seems like it's gonna take another few seconds. This is the new account that I started in December, and it's unbelievable that it's already on Nightmare Demon Lord. It took me with my first account, it took me like months, 3-4 months before I got to Nightmare and Ultra Nightmare. It's crazy. The champions you can get, it's just ridiculous what you can do with it. Absolutely ridiculous. I'm just farming masteries for the alien xenomorph. It's gonna take a long time, just because this is minnow 15, yes, but it's just not a fast farm. I'm so used to doing like 6-7 seconds farms, and like before that was like 30-second farms. This takes 2.5 minutes per run. Why do I have a food champion here? What the hell happened here? Oh, because I ran this and was it edit queue or something? That was not supposed to happen. That food champion got masteries for some reason. See, it was a common champion. Can they get masteries? Oh yeah, of course they can. Of course they can. They just can't get ascended. But Xenomorph is moving along nicely. Narma has full masteries. Tagore has, as well as Alhain. But let's jump on my main account. Haven't played my main account so far today. I mean, when it reset last night, I was playing late into the night. I did do some stuff. But yeah, live arena I have not played in a long time. In a long time. I mostly like to play live arena when I'm streaming, and I have not streamed in a long time. So yeah, live arena has been lacking. I have no idea if it's already a lot of like the, what is it, mercurial gear. I really hope not, because that does not sound like fun. It's gonna happen sooner or later. I mean, I myself have collected quite a few pieces of mercurial gear, but I don't know how many good pieces. I probably don't have many good pieces. This is all I've gotten. I need to sort through this. It's most likely gonna lead to like one set or two set. But yeah, I need to sort through this. Maybe I wait for like a artifact enhancement for a fusion, and then I try to sort through this gear, see what's good. But yeah, for now, let's jump into live arena. Let me have a quick look. Grimforce, I believe I did everything. I did Curse City. Yeah. Okay, then let's just do this. Brutal Key Nightmare. I've done Brutal. Let's just put in the quick battle, and then I go for live arena. See what we have. See if the meta's changed in a month. Likely not. Likely not. There's gonna be a few changes. Like the new faction is supposed to be launched in January, so that's one of the first things we'll see. Normally, like I personally experienced it with last two factions, the being Shadowkin and then the Sylvan Watchers. It takes a while for them to introduce new champions, slowly but surely, and then it takes almost a year for them to open up the crypt for faction wars. And this time we have even the hard faction wars, so yeah, we'll need really good champions. Why am I on classic arena? Guys, I've forgotten. Yeah, look at this. I'm going down in points. New live arena season is there. Let's see if we can get some battles. I believe the new season must have started recently. There's no way it could have been a lot of days since this started. Okay, starting off with Embrace. That's kind of what I remember people used to do. Let's pick her. Okay, 2 mythicals. That also sounds pretty much like what you'd expect. Carnage. Is Carnage better here? Probably. And then is it Queen of Hearts? I also have Arnorn now. I should test him out. I got a soul for him as well. Stone Skin. He just only has a 1-star. I mean, I'm definitely banning her. Okay, goes for Marius as expected. So we have 2 boosters and ally attack champion. Might work. But he does have a nice. He has a nice. He has a hegemon. Hegemon might really kill someone, even though the blessing was only 1-star. So let's see. He needs to have very good gear, and looking at ratings and such, doesn't look like it. Yeah, he doesn't kill anybody. He himself dies. Boost. Remove. Come on, remove. Ah! Boost again. Can we remove this from... Actually, I want this removed from Embrace. Oh, we got... That was amazing. We got a removal on both. Do I just go for the nuke here? Can I nuke? I think I can nuke. He has the increased attack as well. Ah, weak hits, weak hits, weak hits. But Queen of Hearts, come on, take a turn, take a turn. He just leaves the battle. That's nice. That's very kind of him. But to be honest, Queen of Hearts would break in as soon as he flipped. But then again, he would have the counter attack on. All good. Starting off with a win. Very quick win. That's always great. Always great. Alrighty. Ooh, that's a cool looking name. Different colors. Transparent letters. Didn't know you could do that in the game. Okay. Thing is, let's go this way. And then I'm gonna pick. Where is she? Has he already picked her? Seriously, where is he? Am I blind? Where is my Marichka? It needs to be somewhere here. Did I move her? This. What? I'm probably just blind. Okay, maybe I moved her. It's quite weird. Okay, there she is. I am blind. I am blind. Apologies, guys. Apologies. So he's definitely gonna ban the Marichka. And my play for if he doesn't, he has to ban the Marichka, right? He definitely has to ban the Marichka. Let's still go for him. Yeah. So we go like this. I think we can win this. I have my trust. Alright, let's go. Do we get the first turn? No, we don't. But if she boosts, she gets poisons. Yeah, she got a lot of poisons. Let's boost again. Take the second turn. Very good. Remove everything. Remove the stone skin as well, hopefully. Very good. Armans gets a turn, unfortunately. Come on, wand. Some wand. Petrification. Can he nuke us down? He actually can. Even though I do have a revive on death. So I will come back. And then she has a... what do I do here? This will not help. But turn meter fill might. Okay. I just go for the nuke. And we win! Just like that. Nice. Nice. Nell, I think that was a good choice. Hey, Antonio. Happy New Year. How is it going? It's freezing cold today, even with the heating on for me. I need to put on clothes. Pretty cold day today here. It has been snowing. But nice, 2 wins back to back. After... I think I haven't played live arena in at least 3 weeks. Probably more. It's just very time consuming. So I had just played on stream and I have not streamed in a while. Hoping to change that this year. Hoping to find time to do it more consistently. Maybe what I should do is I should just pick a day of the week and then I stream on that day on a schedule every single week. Do I go for Nell? Was actually kind of nice, even though because she doesn't have the blessing, she's not that great. She's still nice. Actually, let's go for her. Let's go for her. Let's do like this. I'm interested to see if they ban Marius or Nell. It's going well, alive and kicking. Glad to hear that. Ah, it's Cognac. Ah, nice, nice, nice. Didn't we say something about looking at your account? Or was that someone else? I need to check once I do this. Let's do I ban Fabian actually? Commodus is quite annoying. Commodus is super annoying, but let's ban Fabian. Let's go for her. Marius gets banned, interestingly. Ah, yeah, it was you. We can take a look at your account if you want, Antonio. But let's play some live arena. Haven't played in a while, so I'll play along a little bit and then we can do that if you want. I originally planned to stream like earlier this week, but as it happens, a lot of IRL stuff came up. Do I just go for the ally attack here? Probably. Let's target this guy. Block active skills is quite nice actually. And then now we try to steal the stone skin. I know there was the... I forgot about that. He's gonna blow us away. Even though he didn't have the blessing. So let's see. Commodus is still OP, so... She does not have the block active skills, unfortunately. He does. I am gonna kill you with poisons. It's gonna be a slow burn. Hopefully I can kill you. Commodus is still the biggest. Gonna sleep her probably. No, he goes for the buffs. Interesting. Commodus hasn't gotten a lot of poisons, which is not nice whatsoever. And the block active skills has been... He will transform, hopefully get a bit more poisons on himself. One more. That's the thing, the lethal dose is too low. She needs a higher blessing to be more effective. Nell by herself, I guess that's true for a lot of champions today. You need the higher blessing for them to really rock. Like I have also pumped stats into her attack. She also has the Arachne Elixir at level 15, mind you. But yeah, the poisons don't do as much damage if you do not get the blessing high. Yeah, Antonio, sounds good. Oh yeah, need a higher blessing for her to be more effective. Unfortunately, actually could have won if I just picked Carnage. Let's continue. Kuras, Dosenkekse. Okay. 6.6k, 21 starting out in the season as well. Same as me. This gives me the win. I will take it. Like this. Is 2026 gonna be the year when I finally get a higher blessing on my Empress? It's been awaiting me for a long time. I don't have very good luck with blessings for my mythicals, except for Arvice. She's the only exception. I guess also Carnage, but then Carnage, you get it through Cursery anyhow. Needs to be this. Who he is gonna ban. And I can just ban her. Gonna suck if he doesn't ban more. Ah, exactly. Exactly like that. All right. So let's see. Do we get the first turn? We do. Boost up. Remove everything. 2 buffs gone. Boost up again. Let's counter attack Fabian. And we do not get Carnage. We get one more turn. Carnage, come on. Come on. Actually, block active skills can be nice. That also doesn't trigger. He's gonna go for the A2. He goes for the A3 first. Fabian comes into play. Fabian should die here. Oh, he survives on 1 HP. No. Fabian should have died there. And now I am not looking very good. The problem is Emrys. Because technically I can get many lives. But Emrys can block revive Carnage. And that's not going to be nice. But Carnage can heal back. Hopefully, he cannot kill Carnage one shot when he's on full health because of the weak affinity. But you never know. You never know. Emrys can hit quite hard. That's fine. With the A2, that's fine. And the petrification again. Fabian is so frustrating. And another petrification, because why not? I have to go for the A. And block revive, and that's gonna kill me. He doesn't go for the block revive. He just kills me outright. Okay. That's the second loss of the day. First proper loss, I would say. The previous loss was just me testing something. Testing something with Nell where I need to wait. I need to get the right blessing. Otherwise, it's always going to work out like this. Come on, guy. Trump the man. Interesting names. Hilvi. I actually haven't built up my Hilvi. I've been thinking, should I go for the Hilvi Soul? Unfortunately, I do not have Torment. But I still go for the Soul in the hopes that one day I will get Torment. I did collect Hilvi. Because Soul is still easier to get compared to the champion very often. Let's go like this. Oh, Mezomel. He picks Mezomel. Mezomel the useless. Who needs a second buff? I should not make the same mistake. Actually, that's fine. It's fine. So he has 3 damage dealers and a Hilvi. Let's see how power. I haven't faced Hilvi either. So I don't know how powerful Hilvi is by herself without Torment. Antonio, are you on Twitch as well? Yeah, I'm live streaming on both platforms right now on the same time. Okay, Hilvi still has her buffs. Let's try to remove that. We could not. Kind of don't want to get block revived, even though. Yeah, let's go like this. Is she gonna revive? She'll freeze, okay. Yeah, I've not faced her, so I have no idea what to expect. Okay. Let's just go for the A1. Because I do not want to trigger that counter attack. Seek Friend. I think this will block Seek Friend in a way. She revives, but she can put block. Okay. If I do this, I should kind of have to. I want to spread the block passive. I want to spread that around. It doesn't spread, unfortunately. Does not spread. Yeah, That's what I was... now it spreads. Okay, that's good. But too late. Okay. So Hilby can freeze and HP burn, and then she can revive people. Good to know. It's fine. That was a learning. Because again, as I said, I haven't played Live Arena in a month, and I do not know how Hilby works. So just catching up. We will get back to our winning ways shortly. Galarium. That sounds like a weapon. I've been playing Expedition 33 over the last month. And one of the weapons has a name similar to that. Fantastic game, by the way. Would highly recommend it. Okay. Lamasu. I do need to pick my arbiter for sure. Do I need the queen? Let's try Nell one more time. He has a very high lethal dose. He bans Carnage, okay? Alright. We do not get the first turn. She goes first. Who does she boost? Yeah, I do cut in. That's the relic, actually. Because she boosted, I stole some of the boost. The stars of the Jin Yang. Okay, so... let's try to steal stuff. He's sleep. That's actually very nice. That's a very good showcase of stars of the Jin Yang, I would say. Because Lamasu boosted, I stole half of that boost to boost my own team. And because I have Arbiter in 9-piece Supersonic, she was able to boost everybody to pretty much take a turn. So that was a fantastic showcase. That was a fantastic showcase of Stars of Jin Yang. Normally, I have been underwhelmed by that relic, even though like most people rank it quite high. But this was really good. I say that even though I am gonna probably get destroyed here. But that was a very good showcase. Even if I do not win this. Because he's also positive affinity. Yeah. Doesn't matter if I don't win this. That was a very good showcase. Again, I could have picked like Queen or something there, and then a counterattack would have killed. Like not counterattack, ally attack would have killed him. But that was amazing. I've lost like 3 in a row now. 2 in a row. Probably 3. That's why I get the bot. Let's see if it's a bot. Probably is. Have they made the timer faster for the bot? Yeah, it looks like they have. Otherwise, the bot used to wait until 30 seconds, which was stupid. Why did they do that? But it looks like it's faster now, which is quite nice. But yeah, I would love to get a higher blessing for Nell. Who do I even ban here? I don't know. Alice. Doesn't really matter. Do bot teams have Stone Skin? We'll find out. Doesn't look like it. This one doesn't. This should do it, hopefully. Yep. Okay. Why is it so cold? Bloodlust Phoenix. Richie Rich. Used to be a cartoon, I believe, growing up. Richie Rich. Is that inspired from them? Probably. Okay. Emrys, I'm noticing, has been the first pick for a lot of people. So far, at least. Might just be coincidence. I mean, I'm not surprised. Emrys is an amazing champion. I think Noelle. Especially if she has like that mercurial shit. It's gonna be very frustrating to deal with. Alrighty, let's see what we can do. Excuse me. Boost up. 2 stone skins, remove them both. Removes none. Queen will do this. Should I do this? Should I do this? Because if Fabian takes a turn before Carnage, it might be an issue, but I think I kind of have to. One gets removed. Don't take a turn, Fabian. Very nice. Let's just go for the smack. Both those will die. Yeah, exactly. That's what happened. The damage dealers remain, but there's a chance. There's a chance. He's gonna probably do the fear and transform. Oh, he doesn't. Why? Why would he make that play? What? Can someone explain that to me? I had no stone skins on. I literally had no stone skins on. What was that play? Yeah, you don't have any skills available, buddy. You can still kill me though. But seriously, what was that play? There's a chance I can still lose, by the way, because of this guy being super broken. I will go for him. Block revive. That's not going to be an issue anymore. But he can do the same again this turn. Go for Carnage. But hopefully the fear procs. And what I'm going to do is I am going to target it on my Arbise with the taunt. Yeah, he actually can't do the same thing. And then hopefully the fear doesn't proc for me. It does proc for him, which is good for me. Procs for me as well. I need to take a turn before he does all that block damage stuff. He gets a turn. Damn it. Okay. He did not put block damage and whatnot on him. But he will now. He will probably take a turn before my Carnage. This has become interesting. Let's try to fear him. And let's see if this boost will help me go before him. A double boost. This should do it. This should do it. Double boost. Nice. What I'm going to do is actually I'm going to transform and I'm going to try to go A3. Wonderful. Wonderful. That's amazing. That's amazing. Okay, that turned into something much more difficult than I originally intended. But that's good. We got the win after all. Yeah, it was 3 losses, but so far, what has it been? 5 wins out of 9. Not ideal. Not ideal. Old school alliance. Yeah. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Fabian. And again, the first pick is Empress. Okay, who are we banning? Probably her. All right, let's go. He gets the first turn. Okay, so Carnage is available, but the thing is that ally attack doesn't do much for me, does it? Need to try to remove stuff. Okay. Carnage is still under Stone Skin, which he removes by doing the sheep. This is probably going to be difficult. Yeah, that did not work out. But we continue. So 5 out of 10, 50% win rate. Not ideal. Not ideal, but then again, that's kind of the win rate for most people. Normally I have a higher win rate on stream, but we can maybe catch up. But yeah, of course, you need to be informed of the most recent meta all the time, and because I haven't been playing for a month, I've been out of the loop. So it just takes a bit to catch back up. I've been actually thinking, should I get the Predator? He's still on, right? I know that Xenomorph, you can only now get the soul. You can't get the champion. Maybe you can still get Predator. But from what I've heard, he's a very good champion. He's very incredibly frustrating to face on like classic arena. But he's inconsistent. And so far, I haven't seen many Predators in live arena so far. But again, I'm only playing these 10 battles. So it's not a fair assessment. Let's go for Lee. Actually, let's go for this guy. Why not? Yeah, let's do that. Haven't played around with Arnorn. Okay. Probably him. Yeah, probably him. All right, let's see what we can pull off. Theodosia, haven't faced her in a while. I think she revives. What else does she do? There's some block damage if I remember correctly. So many champions to keep track of. And that's fine. Okay. A1. Enfeeble doesn't really help because she's not a damage dealer. Should have banned Fabian, huh? Should have banned Fabian. Let's kill Fabian. What? Is he missing gear? But he healed back up. Is that some sort of Theodosia passive? There's a good chance it could be. Could be that it's missing gear. Been using him in the Grim Forest a fair bit. Is he missing gear? No, it would pop up now if he was. He is not. Interesting. Probably was just some sort of Theodosia passive. Dutch Dominion. Let's go like this. He took Marius. Why cruelty though? I guess for a PvE, cruelty is better. Until you get to 6-star, obviously. I was more thinking that it could be Reap, but Reap works only for PvP. I mean, it also works for dungeons. They pick Embers pretty fast. Let's go for Leo. Kurosa. Ooh. Let's have a think. Probably Volcanos. He has 5-star Incinerate. That's not ideal. One thing I'm already gathering has changed is a lot more people are picking Emrys starting off. Emrys I could pick later, but that doesn't feel like the case anymore. So if I want Emrys, I need to pick him earlier. I kind of need to go for the smack, right? Otherwise, Marius will just remove it. Yeah, let's go. Perfect. She goes into the second form is the attacking form, right? Yeah, it is. I just remember that from the event dungeon. And then this should do it. Actually, no. Revive on death. She'll come back. She'll come back, but hopefully not for long. Hopefully not for long. Let's put the fear on just in case. Let's boost. And just A1 should kill it. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. But yeah, again, Emrys is gone already. Need the second nuker. Let's make it Leo again. Carnage is already picked. And then let's see. Do I need Queen or do I need Marichka? I feel like I use Queen a lot more. Is it the same guy? It's the same guy. It's the same guy. I'm gonna ban the same guy again. Let's see. He bans Arbais this time. Okay. Let's see if that changes things for you. Because last time he banned Carnage. Now I get a better speed aura. I mean, it's a 3% improvement. Okay, so boost. Let's remove this. Okay. Do this. Fine. Kill both the supports. He has a chance. He definitely has a chance. Because the stone skins didn't pop off. Damn it. The passive A3 did not proc. Because the HP went low enough that Emrys's passive killed him. Was a fun interaction though. Okay, if he doesn't pick Emrys now, I will. Let's see. But so far, everybody has been. Yep, Emrys is gone. Carnage isn't. So I'll pick him. Queen is gone this time around. Let's go for Marishka. Yeah, let's ban Queen. Don't like dealing with her. She's an incredible champion. Like you've seen me pick her all the time when I can. By the way, Antonio, if you want, we can jump on right after this. So just ping me the credentials on Discord. Just message me privately. Okay, Emrys still has the stone skin. I will just go directly for the nuke. We triggered the passive, I believe. Hopefully the skills. Nice. Nice. Let's continue. Okay. Oh, he didn't. He did not pick Emrys yet. I should have picked him. And now he's gone. Should have picked him. Okay, last one. Okay, so let's ban this gal. Even though she has a low blessing. Nah, she's too annoying. Let's ban her. Okay, let's do this. Alright, so we get the first turn, not surprised. Can we remove stone skins? Both gone, nice. Okay, this should be straightforward. Actually, not necessarily, because we have this guy, Galath here. But the allied, yeah, it's straightforward. It's pretty straightforward. Nice. Okay, so 15. How many have we won? So for the last 5, we won 3. That's it. Takes it to 8 to 7. A bit over 50%. Bit over 50%. Seasonal win rate 53% to be exact. Yeah, actually I just started today, so I can just look here. 15 battles, 53%. General is 58. It's nice. Okay, so let's now switch gears a little bit. We'll go on Antonio's account and let's see what we can help him with. So just give me 1 second. I'll log on. Okay. All right. Check your messages, please, Antonio. Meanwhile, let me update the title as well. Right. Okay. We are jumping in. All right, Antonio, can you just let me know quickly which area are we helping on? Let me actually look at the Discord. What did you say there exactly? It's just been a few days, so I've just forgotten. Chimera teams that can complete trials. Okay, gotcha. Okay, so we're on. You are a fairly end game player, if I remember correctly. Let's look at your roster. Looks pretty solid. Good lineup of you have 2 Mikages actually, 3 Mikages, and unfortunately because you have 1 empowered as well. So you've pulled 2 Mikages essentially. Emrys, you have solid lineup of mythicals as well, which is pretty nice. You have Anrock, a lot of +4s, pretty good. All right, so yeah, pretty solid roster, and I just want to have a look at some of your builds, just to see if you're building everything properly. Mikage, high HP, good defense, very high speed. Yeah, accuracy, that looks good. Crit damage, crit rate. Wonder why do you have crit damage if crit rate is not maxed out? Yeah, because crit rate is quite low. Probably one of your best pieces which has speed on. 9-piece protection, that's good. Accuracy and resistance, also nice. Accuracy and attack. Okay, attack banner. I guess you probably don't have anything better, I'm assuming. Protection, let's have a look. You actually do. You have crit damage. Defense. I wonder why you have attack. Speed, you've just prioritized speed here. Good. Okay, overall looks good. Molten Death Pill, interesting. Is this just because of the accuracy, extra accuracy that you have? Brimstone 6-star, okay. Yeah, that looks good. Let's look at some of your damage dealer builds. High HP, yeah, looks good. Speed is a bit on the low side for an Empress. but that can sometimes happen because of the stone skin, because the stone skin is just used so much. How many times have you rolled this? I'm assuming quite a lot. 6 attempts. Yeah, it's super annoying to get crit damage on. Even though the amulet is one of the pieces where it's easier in a way, because the amount of possibilities that you can get is low. It's for like 4 possibilities. It still is frustrating. Crit damage, HP, defense. I'm assuming you've also tried to roll this into HP. Yeah, you have. Hopefully you will get it. Speed and HP, that's nice. Okay. Well, cardiac heart is quite nice as well. Okay, good. You looks like you know how to build your champions. It looks like you know how to build your champions. Okay. And your fastest champ is, let's have a look. Champion stats. Speed. 435. Who's the 435? Sifi is your fastest. And then, wow, that's a differential. And then the second fastest champion is 375? 383. Okay. So Sifi is by far the fastest. Just fearing speed gear. And then some perception. Okay. Good. Alrighty. Then let's have a look at your clan boss. Chimera, you said. Hydra, what? Just out of my curiosity, what teams are you using? A Titus team, okay. Unrock. Brutal, Nightmare 500, okay. Nice. This one is led by Ninja, most likely, on Brutal. And then this is Marius. Yeah, this has to be Nightmare. So I guess you're running this team on hard difficulty. Most likely. Okay, let's look at Chimera. Your current team. Ultra Nightmare. This is your team. This is probably after the conversation we had. This is pretty much the same as my team. The only difference is that you're running Sifi. Okay. So let's have a look. The first thing we're looking for is, because for me it's Elva in this position. So what I want is, I want a whale buff. That's going to be useful. Perfect whale ideally. And I want a block debuffs. So let's have a look. Block debuffs is this one. You do have Elva. So you could just run the team I run. Why have you tried running this team? Let's have a look. Have you responded? No, you haven't. Okay. Have you tried running this team? With Elva. So how's she built? 9-piece protection. Good HP. Decent defense. Can be higher. Decent speed. Resistance is quite low. You need to pump up her resistance. Golden elixir. Okay. Masteries are not fully done. That's probably the reason you haven't tried this. You can also run, for example, Duchess. Duchess you can also run. Given that you have slightly higher blessing, that might be better. But Lazarius, can Lazarius work? Let's take a look. I know that he does have a revive, but I believe it's conditional. It's on his passive, right? End of champion's turn, revive random ally. Yeah, so you could just run Lazarius, because he does both those things. What's the third thing we need? Healing. Healing is the third thing, but the healing can potentially come off of the leech. So you could run Lazarius. So let's see if he puts perfect veil on everybody. So this passive only puts it on him. He does provide strength and increase attack. Increase attack is actually going to be super nice to have for Mashald. Block debuffs on all allies. Yes, on all allies. That's good. Shield as well. Hmm. Yeah, and on the second form, that's the attacking form, I believe. Okay. So the problem is the veil he doesn't put on everybody, just on himself. That's not ideal. Yeah, that's not ideal. Tora does not have the revive, unfortunately. So the veil you'd be missing. So you'd be missing some trials. So you could just run Elva here once you complete her masteries, or as we said, you can also run Duchess if you prefer. The only downside with Duchess is that you will not get a cleanse, but very often if you have them all built well, you will not need to. Let's take a look at the trials. Did you reply on chat? Let me have a look. No, you haven't. Are you replying somewhere else? Are you replying on Discord? Uh, any chance you can reply on the chat, because I just have two screens. Elva blessing is in the high. Yeah, I understand that, but even with a low blessing, she does really well. I used her even with a one star blessing for a very long time, and that worked fine. And if you're running Mashal, by the way, you don't need this blessing on Lydia. It's not necessary. You do need, so you need two things. You're getting Brimstone from him. You need Cruelty. So I would switch her or Elva to Cruelty, one of the two. So you've not run your key. Can you tell me a little bit about on how much damage you're able to do, and how many trials you're able to do at the moment? You're targeting the mythical mats. Mythical mats usually are on the second and third tier trials. So over here, for example, you can get both of these. You can get both of these because this is the one that needs Veil. So on your current team, you will not be able to do this because you do not get Veil, perfect Veil. That's what you need for this one. With Elva, you can. This time round, the 4-star Basalt is sitting on the Lion, and it's actually a very difficult one because in this week, if you want to target the Basalt, then you need to change the strategy a little bit. What you'll need is this absorbing damage using shields. So you will need like some kind of shield champion. You could use, for example, Helicat. That's what I have used previously. There's a video on my channel which works with this. I can one key and I'm usually between 5 to 8 trials. Yeah, so if you run the team that I do, my team, if I auto it, like full auto completely, if I just leave it be, it does close to like 10 trials, 10 to 11 trials, and it does around like 250 mil. Given, remember that I have a very high blessing on my Mashald, and I have Brimstone on my Lady, and Lady is built for damage. Let's also take a look at the builds for your champions. Probably just the easiest to just search them. So let's look at Arbice first. Arbice, probably you use her in the arena. 97k HP, 5k defense. That's fine. 346 on the speed. I would personally put even more speed on her, even for if you use her in the arena, but probably you have better champions to use in the arena. Accuracy is fine. If you're using her in PvP, then the accuracy is low. Okay, how's the book? Such Wand of Submission. Yes, that's fine. But this tells me that you do use her in the arena. If you do, then you need to add more speed. I would put Armand's gear here because Armand's is not as important anymore. You have her fully booked, but for the Chimera, we're going to be using her in the second form, where you do not have it fully booked out. This one you do. This one would also be nice to get the books on because Leech is needed. I guess you could get it from Mashald as well, but HP burn is also needed for the Viper form. So if you get the books, this. But then again, the cooldown doesn't get reduced, only the ignore is. That's fine. You don't need the book. Never mind. Never mind. You don't need the book here. Forget what I said. If you're using her in the Chimera, one of the first things I would recommend is to switch this to War Master. So if she's not a top arena champion, then I would build her exclusively for the Chimera. If you're not using her in the arena, she's not a top champion for you, then build her as a specialist here. Switch this to War Master. I'm not gonna make changes here. I'm just gonna like speak over what I would recommend you to do. I'm not gonna build the champions because yeah, it's better if you do it yourself. Um, then in terms of relics, of course this video is gonna be there, so you can just watch it back in case you forget some part. So I would take off Wand of Submission. Should I make her my fastest champion? If you use her in the arena, I do. She's my fastest champion on my account. I really love her. I use her in everywhere, and I have her in a build in which I use the same build in the arena, and I use the same build in the Chimera, and she does wonders for my account. But if you have better champions, then it's completely fine that you use somebody else. And in which case, if you don't use her in the arena, then build her as a Chimera specialist. And as I said, in that case, take off Eagle Eye, give her War Master. And then in terms of relics, let's take a look what you can give her. So because I use her, as you saw, as I was playing in live arena as well, I use her a lot, and I use her with Chrono Cube, one of my few mythical relics. But that's of course useless in the Chimera. Let's see what you can give her. What does this do? Nope. There's that relic, the defense one. Where is that? Which group is that? Oh, you got a new Grimforest relic. Ooh, that's a great relic, isn't it? Why is it not on anybody? Congrats, you got this relic. Amazing. Anyways, I'm getting distracted. The relic I was looking for is this one. Gilded Dragonstone. This is what I used to have before I gave my Arbais the Chrono Cube. This is actually a pretty good relic. Increased defense, gives resistance. Both are good stats on this champion. And then the damage mitigation is quite nice. It would happen, and I've seen this previously. You know, when the ram form targets your champion, so I would build her with the lowest crit damage to be the crit damage tank, and then sometimes she would actually tank the Chimera hits, which was crazy. Asking because I feel stuck in time. Sifi's been my fastest champion for like 4 years now. I personally think that Arbais is a better champion than Sifi, personally, even for the arena. So if it was just me, let's look at your champions in that role that you use. Again, we're diverting for the Chimera for a second. We'll come back. So fill turn meter is what you need. And let's look at support champions. And what else? Increase speed. That's not important. So what do you have? You have Arbais, Force. This guy also boosts, if I remember correctly. Does he not? In one of the skills? Yeah, he does. Turn meter boost, increase attack, strengthen. He does have a nice aura as well, 25% speed battles. But she has the same blessing. Okay. Same blessing. Okay. Forget him then. You have two Sifis. Both at 6-star. That's crazy. Your Arbiter has a low blessing. Also low blessing. This one has... Lysandra has a higher blessing, but Lysandra is less... What's the word? Less versatile, I would say. Lamasu also has a lower blessing, unfortunately. But like when you go in live arena, Who do you... So you pick Sifi as one of the boosters. What's the other choice? Is it Lazarius? Is Lazarius the other champion? That's what I would assume looking at the account as of now. Maybe you pick Noel, for example. Could be another choice, but I don't think so because he's not very fast at 305. Actually, let's do what I was doing before. So let's reset the filters. And this very cool thing that they've added here. So let's do like this. Your fastest champions, let's say 3-ton speed. Or even like this. Okay, so these are your fastest champions on your account. So Mikage is one of your faster champions, but I'm assuming that you don't use her in PvP, even though she's fast, because she has 9-piece protection. It's not that useful. Warlord is pretty fast, but he's not a booster. I'm assuming you use Armans because he's the second fastest. The problem with Armans is that he's fallen out of the meta a little bit because of all the sheep flying around. So I personally have a 6-star Armans as well, but I almost never use him now because he's just a sheep magnet. So I personally would give my Armans gear to my Arbice. Not the exact same gear, but at least I would try to push Arbice up. And so I would give her Stone Skin 4-piece and then 5 pieces of Supersonic. That would be the idea. Let's see if you have enough pieces to make that work. So first thing I want to see is right now you have a non-Stone Skin piece here. I want to see highest speed. I don't know if you use the optimizer or not. I personally don't, because I find building champions fun. So, and I think we have a lot of now cool tools in the game to help us anyways. So what I want to check now is if you have a good banner for her in either Stone Skin or in Supersonic. So Stone Skin, let's look at your banners. HP, defense, attack, resistance. I'll roll this up. Do you have silver? Oh my god, you have enough silver. Triple roll, double roll, unfortunately. How many of the... You have plenty of ores. I'll just use one. Unfortunately not. There's actually going to be a cell. Let's try the same thing. Maybe it gets like a triple roll or something, and then we can ore this into something useful. Double roll. Can you get a triple roll here? Ah. You have 86. So I'm going to roll this. Hopefully that's fine. Just because you have a lot. Ah, damn it. Actually, this is actually pretty useful in the one now for attack based gem. Not for Arbice, but double attack, double HP. This would be a fantastic banner now for for a Rotos. I know Rotos is not a Sylvan Watcher. This is actually a pretty nice banner. So much more usable than what it was. We try with this one. Let's see if we can get a triple. Triple. No, we don't. Damn it. Triple roll. Just give me a direct triple roll into speed. Okay, so you don't have the best of banners here. If this one triple rolls into attack, we can ore this. Let's see. Doesn't actually double roll speed. We might use this. Let's see. So the second thing we'll look at. It's hard not to use him with the 6-star. Yeah, I know, but don't get into that mindset that just because he has a high blessing you have to use him. There are better champions even with lower blessings. Just get out of that mindset. It's not gonna help you. This is a fantastic banner, but it's just merciless. It's a really good banner. You've also rolled it really nicely. The second was Supersonic, so let's have a look. Don't have a lot of Supersonic banners. Defense. These are 5-star. Let's see. We can get like a triple roll. Double roll. Okay. Can you turn into triple, please? Pretty please? Nope. Okay. Triple roll, come on. Come on, defense percent. Triple roll. Give me a triple roll. Nope. Okay, that's not ideal. The problem is that they're not also not accuracy banners, which is something we would have liked ideally. Okay. So let's do something. Let's do this. Try this on. And then I wanna give supersonic. Let's see if you have good supersonic pieces. High speed, good accuracy, HP, and defense, something like this. Resistance will also be nice to have. Okay, so let's have a look. And let's also look at equip. Let's go straight away to supersonic. Let's see what we have. Okay, decent number of pieces. That's solid. I don't know how much you use your Lamasu. She didn't have a high blessing, so I'm assuming you don't. These are nice, even though I don't see accuracy rolls. But let's try them on for now. This would be nice to steal, actually. I'll steal for now, just in the fitting room. It's 2 supersonic pieces. I'll try to leave this out because we need a 4th piece. Let's take this. Fabian, I would leave. This is nice. Accuracy is missing, even with that chess piece. What champion is this? I don't recognize this champion. 342. Accuracy still low. Can you roll this into accuracy? No, you don't. But potentially we could roll that up. That's 29 more accuracy. Essentially, still pretty low. And considering that right now you have Eagle Eye on, the accuracy is really, really low. So that won't work. Let's see. We need more accuracy for sure. High speed, high accuracy. Let's just do this. And on stone skin, we need the 4th stone skin piece. Red damage. Let's just look at the gauntlets for a second. Can we find a better gauntlet? Crit rate. Not ideal. Getting crit rate. How about this? Let's take a look. Okay. Okay, let's look at Instone Skin. Can this roll into accuracy? Defense percentage. But you have enough dust. So you potentially you can change this into accuracy. I just want to minimize stealing too much from Lamasu. Okay. That's going to reduce the speed quite a lot. Actually, we do need to look in supersonic now because we have 5 pieces, right? Yeah, we have 5 pieces. Yeah. It's a shame that we don't have a better banner, unfortunately. That would help out significantly. So if I look at this, 371, now I take off 50 from Eagle Eye, that's 321. And I add in 29 from this Ascension, that's 350. 350 accuracy is a bit low. Is there possibility for any accuracy glyphs? Let's have a look. This one potentially. How's your glyph situation? Are you doing faction wars hard? You are. Okay, so this you could roughly get 10 more over here. 360. You just want to crawl up to 400. So you are close to 360 theoretically. What I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna save this preset, like a test chimera, and I just want to check something. If we could get accuracy, you have a decent relic with accuracy on. I want accuracy as the main stat. Is that not a filter? It's not. Let me think. So I know that one of those relics, I don't see it unfortunately. This one has accuracy. It's not the best relic because the effect is not good. This could be actually. Yeah, this could work. You could potentially get 62 accuracy if you take it to plus 15. It's even higher. 27,000 star stones. What? Look at this guy. I am starving on my account. This guy has 27k. Crazy. You have 27k, how come you're not upgrading your relics? How many plus 15 relics do you have? Let's take a look. Only 3? A lot of plus 4s. He uses star stones, man. Anyways, what was saying? Accuracy. So the relics. Yeah, this is the relic that comes to mind. So you could reach 400 speed this way by using this relic, by switching this to War Master, and then switching to the build that I put on right now, which is this one. And then you could use her in both places. The problem is that this is not ideal because you don't have a better banner than this. If you had a better banner in either Stone Skin or in Supersonic, that would be super nice. But we don't. You could potentially run like as it is without this banner in 4-piece Stone Skin and 4-piece Supersonic. But ideally you want to run 5-piece Supersonic because in 5-piece you get a nice bonus on speed. Where is that? Yeah, 5-piece you get an additional 10% speed. So the effect is this effect we're looking for. This comes from 4-piece. But we are looking for the 10% speed. So potentially you could just run like this build right here. Like without switching, like keeping the same banner. You have now enough accuracy that she's going to be helpful in the arena. Because you have to remember, she also gives herself an increased accuracy buff in the arena if needed. And then the only thing that we need to now optimize for is the crit damage. So it's 162. We want to ensure that every other champ has lower crit damage than 162. Just want to make sure there's no crit damage on your current amulet. There is, so I would replace this. If you want to use her and the Chimera, take off crit damage. So let's see if you have another amulet which has lower. Where is Stone Skin? There it is. This crit damage. So even if it's a 5-star, I hope this triple rolls accuracy. Still not horrible. So like this will reduce 18 crit damage. It sacrifices 13 accuracy, but you can get 10 more accuracy back with the glyphs. Yep. This one. So it's like just essentially sacrificing 3 accuracy, and I think that's a worthy sacrifice to get 18 less crit damage. So that's what I would do. Just hope to get a better banner. Until then, use Until then, use this preset manager, this, and then just switch over the banner, the amulet. Sorry, and you can also put in. Can you put in more speed? Not really. I mean, can in some places. So, for example, this one. This would also, I would try to get this to an HP percent or defense percent instead of the crit damage to reduce the crit damage even more. And then again, this can go further up. So the speed right now is at 356. You can easily take her to 370, 380. And then you can use her in both places. So that's the change I would make to Arbice. And again, giving her this relic. Where's that gone? It's on Mithrala at the moment. This relic right here. That should be a decent build. Yeah, the blessing is fine if you want to use her in the arena. If you don't use her in the arena, then switch this to cruelty. Cruelty is quite important. So that's Arbice. Let's take a look at your other champions. Let's take a look at Marius. How's Marius built? Rend, Helm Smasher, Cat's Case plus 12. That's nice. Even this, okay. Do you not have... So for these gems, the triangular gems on damage dealers, the best gemstone is not new. What am I doing? It's so stupid that you can't filter on gemstones. This, oh my god, you're not using this. This is one of the best gemstones, man. The pierce defenses. This gemstone, it's one of the best gemstones. 3% ignore defense. It's much better. So yes, this one, attacking prowess, is actually decent. I have one of them on my Marius. But this is useful in the arena, I agree. But the 3% more ignore defense is actually pretty solid. Marius, maybe because you have the mythical, might make sense not to have this, but I personally use every single one of these rare gemstones that I have. So I would highly recommend that you do as well. It's really, really good. But otherwise, fine. It looks fine. The Cat's Case, I would take it up as well to plus 15. Do you have basalts? You have 4 3-star basalts, so you could start prepping food. I see that you already are. These are very close to going up to plus 15. You just need one more, and I'm assuming that I think you can easily do that. You have enough food relics from what I've seen. So like the Cat's Case, take it up plus 15. 15 to 16, I personally wouldn't, because in my opinion, it's not Cat's Case is not worth the amount of investment it takes in terms of the relic food. But to plus 15, I would definitely take it. So you have 9-piece Slayer. That's actually really good. Let's look at the stats. 6.4k defense, 266 speed, more than topped on the crit rate, 362, 390 on the accuracy. That's fine. So you do need the accuracy in the Chimera to remove the buffs in case the Chimera gets the buffs. And 390 with the increased accuracy buff that Marius does bring, it's fine. I also have it around 360-ish. Almost always, the lacking thing is the accessories on Slayer. Like for example, you have been lucky that you have the 6-star amulet on crit damage. I personally do not. Same thing here. Okay, so you've been quite lucky here. Oh wow, really nice. This, have you tried rolling this into crit damage? You have, but then you stopped. If you want to increase damage, then this would be one of the things. Change this to crit damage. I've been noticing so far that you don't really use your high glyphs, the faction war glyphs. I've mostly seen plus 8s. I wonder why not. Like, do you not have a you do have this. You can take this up to plus 12. So do use them. Change this to defense percentage if you can. Yeah, you've not even tried. This would be very beneficial to change into defense percentage. So move this 20% defense into here and change this to crit damage. That will improve your damage significantly. Okay, so you don't have good speed boosts on Slayer because that's only 5-star. Let's take a look. You actually do. You do. This is great. 16% defense as well. If you can change this to if you can roll the ascension to either speed or to defense percentage, your damage increases even more. Hey Michael, happy new year. Trying to save them for triple and quad rolls. I get that point, but don't. Just improve your champions to allow them to get more of those glyphs easier, instead of just saving them for triple and quad rolls. Like I personally, my most used champions, as soon as I get a good glyph, I'm going and improving them. And then they get me more glyphs faster. So use them. So yeah, like these boots, you do have 6-star boots. I know that you're dropping 10% crit damage, but you will more than make it up by glyphing this. So the defense percentage, and this is a 6-star piece, and even right now you can get up to plus 12. Even if you can get plus 8 by using this one, it's going to be 24%. 24%. And then you can, if you can add another 20% here, your defense goes to like 6.7, 6.8k very easily. With adding 20% crit damage, if you change that ascension, you even get more accuracy here. Already plus for 5 more accuracy, and which will help you in the arena. And you can glyph this further. So definitely a solid trade to already use these boots. Let me actually try to put some of the lower, like these glyphs, not the higher ones, but I want to get to plus 8. Let's see. Just one more. Hopefully it lands. Okay, plus 5. And then put some accuracy. I'll just use this one for now. Attack we obviously don't want. And then I would roll this. I will not put it on right now because it's not. I would only put this on when it's defense. Actually, you already have your chest piece with HP percent, so maybe we can already do that. Actually, no. What I would suggest is first try to get this to crit damage, and then second thing would be to get those boots either to speed or to crit or to defense percentage, and then switch them over. This is fine as well, but let me have a look if these are your best pieces. Let's have a look. Or do you have better pieces? Speed, crit damage, like this. Let's take a look. Mikey. Okay. Potentially there's room for like some min-maxing. But I think you have enough to start with on Marius. So yeah. Priority 1, change this to crit damage. Priority number 2, improve his boots. Those boots that I just put some glyphs into. This one. This is actually pretty decent. Roll this into defense percentage or speed. Either is fine. Put them on. Third prio, change this to defense percentage. You will notice your Marius is smacking much harder. Once you get all of that, this one I'm actually not sure. If you use him in the arena a lot more, I'm assuming that because you run him in Slayer, you don't use him in the arena that much, but then again, you might have a preset. You don't. If you don't, then there is There's an argument for switching this mythical gemstone for the one I mentioned, the ignore defense one, 3%. And then obviously try to get your cat's case to plus 15. That's what I would suggest. Roll it. This one, you have 44. It's gonna vanish very quickly. I'll wait. I'll wait. Maybe we'll find something else in some other champions which needs it more. So let's wait. Let's wait. Let's not rush it. Because defense percentage is the second best thing. We might end up with a flat attack in the end, which is something not we don't want. Okay, so that's Marius. Let's look at Lydia. 9-piece protection. Okay. That's fine. I used to run mine in 9-piece protection as well. I switched mine over to 9-piece feral. Feral is better for damage because she puts out 2 and 2 4 debuffs, potentially fear, and potentially leech if you have the right mastery. So 4 debuffs, potentially 5, versus 2 buffs that she gives. So feral in general, damage-wise, is better. However, because you don't have a high blessing on her, protection might be a bit better because the protected strengthen can be really helpful sometimes, especially in the ultimate form. When you do more trials, the Chimera is hitting much harder as well. The number one priority I can immediately see is just to, you have like a ton of silver, just roll these up. Actually, I'll do that. You have a lot of silver. Accuracy would be nice. Actually, what am I saying? It's epic piece. HP, okay. Is that 5-star piece the best piece you have in protection? Let's have a look. It's not. This obviously is a better piece. So one thing I'd like to do is I go here, and then when I'm looking at rings, I see what stat I want the most. Here I want HP and defense both to be high, maybe a little bit of attack. I personally have built mine for attack as well. Okay, so this way right now you are seeing that this is the best, but that's because you've glyphed it. That's the reason, because if you look here, defense is 17%. This 15% with glyphs. This will go much higher scaling wise. HP is 11. This is 12 already. So this piece is better in general. I will roll this piece up. Tried feral, but I think I'm missing a banner. Okay, fair enough. No, but for now, even if you had feral, I would recommend protection, just because she has a low blessing. Protection right now is fine. Okay, so you got unfortunately a flat defense roll, but you can see that this is already better. And then if we put some glyphs on it, let's do that. I'll put this one for now. Hopefully rolls into 5. Doesn't. HP percent, I'll put this one. 3% as well. And then flat defense. Let's put this one. And then let's ascend 1. Hopefully lands defense or HP. Defense. Okay, that's fine. So this is going to be a much better banner already. Not banner ring. Even if you roll this to plus 12. Just because it's 6-star. So I will already switch this over. Okay. In terms of the banner, let's have a look. Banners. Protection. There it is. Okay, so you have 3 banners to choose from. Attack, HP. Okay. Okay, we don't have a lot of choice, unfortunately. So this is fine. 541 accuracy is actually fine. You have 300 speed on her. That's also fine. Defense, ideally we want to get it closer to 4,000. One thing though we need to change is the crit damage. As you can see right now, she has the lowest. We don't want her to have the lowest crit damage. We want our boys to have the lowest crit damage. So you might even need to give her even a crit damage banner to bump up her crit damage. Like for example, this one. Yeah, because you want Arbise to have the lowest crit damage so that she's targeted. We don't want Lydia to be targeted because Lydia will help set up some of the damage on the ram form as soon as it turns. In terms of relics, this you can't go wrong with in the Chimera. But let's see if we can find something better. Oh, this is the relic, by the way, I was talking about. So you could give this relic to Arbise instead of the one I mentioned before. This is a good relic. Also has accuracy main stat and resistance 2 secondary stat, and then 2 circular gem slots. You can put 2 of these for the arena. Super nice. This is also one of the best gemstone, by the way. It kind of makes me feel a little bit worried that you have so many sitting around and unused. Really, really good gemstone. Yeah, I would change this to cruelty, nature's bounty, because you have very low chance, 15% chance. Not worth it, especially if you're running a Mashold. Masteries are fine, I believe. Yeah, they're fine. Yeah, they're fine. Okay, so for Lydia, give her a relic. Which relic? Which relic? How many perch shadows do you have? Because that's the best relic for her. That's the best relic for most champions. Perch shadow, where are you? It's a clan relic if I remember correctly. Don't have a perch shadow. It's perch shadow, not a clan relic. I'm completely off there. Let me take a look. Let's take a look. Relic crafting. Relic index. Clan. This is clan, right? Perch shadow. Oh, it's not. Is it a live arena relic? It's faction wars. Sorry. Faction wars. Okay. Equipped. Standard. Chimera. You have 2 perch shadows. Okay. Both are on Cephis. What? No. I get why you put it. I get your line of thought. Because Cephis is really good with the A1 with the sleep, and you want her to get a second turn, maybe get a second sleep or go for the turn meter boost. But Cephis, if you're using her in the live arena, which I'm assuming you are because she's your fastest champion, they are much better relics. Much better relics to run on Cephis than that. If nothing else, you know, this relic right here, this is a better relic. This is a better relic than Perch Shadow for live arena booster. So don't use that. Or like Wand of Submission is clearly much better. So yeah, I would give Perch Shadow to... I would give Perch Shadow, both Perch Shadows that you have, I would give one of them to Lydia and then one of them to Elva. That's what I would do personally. Let's look at your next champion. That's Mashold. Where is he? He has that weird ostrich in his name. You have a +3 Mashold, which is great. Golden Elixir is not the relic for him. Yeah, the Golden Elixir is definitely not the relic. So you have him in 6-piece Merciless. That's fine. Defense, I'm assuming you don't have a better ring. Defense, HP. Like this one, we could try to roll it up. Hey Briggs, thank you very much for the raid. Sorry I missed it. Appreciate it. Okay. So HP percent. Let's see. Hopefully it rolls a triple HP percent so we can re-roll. It rolls double def. Could be good for a defense nuker actually. Especially if it lands defense as well. Doesn't, but you can re-roll it. Okay, so then I will leave that one. Okay, come on. Roll triple attack. Come on. Damn it. Still worth reworking because just because you have so many of the yours. Defense, attack. Let's see. You won the highest attack. HP and defense is good to have. Of course. How about this one? This is better, no? Do you use your Vlad anywhere? I'm assuming you don't. I'm assuming that's a very old build. Yeah, I'm assuming it's a very old build. You don't use him anywhere. Because I would definitely steal this. +8, +8. 5. Defense. You do want to give him some defense as well, but I'm still going to use the lower one. Because I know these are better spent on defense-based champions. Give me a +5. Okay, 3. Fine. HP percent. I'll also use hopefully +4. You have 500 of these, so I'm going to re-roll until we get +4. Okay, I'm going to stop at +3. Okay, I'm going to stop there. HP. So some HP would be nice. Okay, that's fine. So this is a much better ring. I think that you don't use your Vlad a lot. Let me take a look at Vlad. Maybe he has a very high blessing. No, he doesn't. Do you have a... What's his name? The Dayborn. You do. Oh, maybe you do use them together. Then maybe I am wrong. Okay, but that ring is what I would put on Mashold. That ring is what I would put on here. Assuming this crit damage, that's good. Accuracy, attack, accuracy, that's very nice. 479. Attack is pretty good. HP is nice. Defense can be slightly high. 289 speed is really, really good. Crit rate, crit damage. Okay, not ideal. You want crit damage here. Oh my god, I wish I did have so much stuff. You mean the amount of ores this guy has? Yes, I wish that as well. Crit damage would be ideal, but I'm assuming that... I mean, I personally have like 4 merciless crit damage amulets. So I can understand that you don't have a lot to choose from. Why are you not rolling these, buddy? Like you have 38,000 of these sitting around. Just at least put the first one in. You might get lucky and some of them might roll crit damage immediately. Even if they have shit rolls like this one. It's worth rolling the first one. It's worth rolling this once. To see if you get like this one, for example, it's attack percent. For an attack based snooker, that's the next best thing. Come on, crit damage. Also attack. This one, I'm assuming that you tried to re-roll. Oh, you haven't yet. Okay. But you probably will. Because you've ascended it to fully to HP. Defense. Damage attack. It's 5-star, so not ideal. Still probably is better than crit rate gloves. Okay. let's see if we use the one of these here. I have to change the build course to get the crit rate elsewhere. Let's see if we can do that. So we want attack percent here. Arnorn, ideally we don't want to steal from. Again, why is this not ascended? Is that +3 Mashald? Yes, it is +3 Mashald. Attack percent. Let's put this on. Attack. Not getting lucky so far. Okay. Accuracy could actually work, potentially. Potentially can work. Only if it had like a speed as well. Would be very nice. Defense, no. This does not have anything useful. Okay. Let's skip the chest for now. Let's assume we want to use the chest you have. Okay, let's go on to boots. What do we have? Speed and HP. So what we want is we want crit rate. That's what you're missing. Like this. So these would be amazing, but I'm assuming you'd use your Teox quite a lot because he is an incredible champion. Mikey, these could work as well, but again, I assume you run the 4 turtle team. You don't want to steal from Mikey. HP. Okay. We want crit rate. Oh, these are nice. Almost there. This is nice. There you go. But is this actually better? Let's think. Maybe because this crit rate, crit damage is gonna go up, right? And then essentially you can get 20 more crit damage, so this is gonna be 287, right? But for now, you can also just increase your attack. Your attack is going down a little bit by like 5. It's not a little bit. It's 500. But then again, you can get the second ring. So you have a lot of pots. So I'm just gonna send this right now, which is gonna improve the attack. You can put this in here and give him a little bit of accuracy. Defense, because yeah, you do need to take hits like this. Same thing here, you can give more attack. Trying not to use the top tier glyphs. And then see if we can roll an attack already. We do. That's amazing. Roll this. Okay. Attack percent here as well. That's really good. Again, I personally would put higher glyphs here as well, just to pump up the attack. Let's give him some more speed. So many speed glyphs. HP as well. There it is. And then I'm gonna do the same like this. Okay. And it's defense, unfortunately. Again, not the highest priorities, but would also want to get attack. Yeah, I want to get at least a bit more. It's only 2%. Yeah, that's better. Okay, so this already looks better. We sacrificed some speed, but that's fine. The attack is pretty much catching up. And you, one might say you might you might have a bit too much accuracy. Let's see what we can do with switching over the chess piece, because you don't have a chess piece in the in Merciless. You have it on Stone Skin, and we don't need Stone Skin here. Stone Skin probably is better used elsewhere. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna hide the set filters for a second and see what we have. Attack percent, come on. Nope. Give me attack percent. Been super unlucky with these rolls. HP. Yeah, it looks like a, a very good piece, holding a lot of stats together. Okay, let's look at equipped as well. See what we can get. Oh my god, look at this again. I think this is one of your biggest mistakes on your account. Why are you not trying to get the right ascension? I understand that you have to do the ores quite a lot, but sometimes you can get lucky. There you go. There you go. You got lucky here. Attack percent. And then this just boosts the attack significantly for your Cupidus. And this can happen with any nuker. So like this one, for example, I would just take it up. Check on Alice. That's how I feel. Okay, let's see. Attack percent. Come on, come on, come on. Attack. Flat attack. Okay. Let's see. This is tough. This is tough. There is an argument to be made to use this and then find the 3 crit rate elsewhere. That does decrease the speed below 250, which is not ideal. Not ideal at all. They don't have any ascensions. It's an old build. Okay, but like you should like one day just sit down and just go through just like this. Just go on chess piece, just select attack percentage and see which ones you don't have ascensions on, and just try to roll ascensions. This could decrease the speed even more. Okay. Let's see with the banner then. Even though it was a really good banner, if I remember correctly. And this is a fantastic banner. What you could do is you don't need the accuracy because this is overkill. So you could roll this into attack. And then again, put some glyphs on the attack. Because this is a fantastic banner. 5%, thank you. There you go, more attack. So this, I think this is a very good change already. Like this. I don't know where you use these two champions, or if you can find alternate builds for them. What I'll do is I'll save the preset, and then you can switch them at your. Actually, wait. Get off preset manager. The other thing I would put in is the ring from This guy. This one. Like this. Yeah, that's better. Better HP as well. Slightly less defense. Fine. Attack is improved. So you have higher attack. You have much higher crit damage. A bit of speed has gone down. Accuracy, again, you can sacrifice some accuracy from the banner to put more attack on. But this is an improvement already. So let me save this again. Okay, so that's your Mashold. And then finally, there's Elva. So you have a +1 Elva, which is also already pretty nice. And you have a crit rate on her, which I do not understand why. So on Elva, we just need two things. We need very high speed, we need resistance, and we need defensive stats. That's what we need on Elva. So let's see what we have in protection. I'm assuming you don't use Cardinal because, yeah, she's an old school champ. And as you said, she's not ascended, meaning that this is an older build. So I will try to steal this. Okay. Lydia, of course, we should ascend. We're already using her. Fortunately, we don't get something juicy. Let's think about this. They're just Faction Wars champions. Just Faction Wars champions, he says. Where are you on your in your Faction Wars hard? Basically, what we want to do is we want to build the resistance at least close to like 500, 550, something like that. That's what we are aiming for. Okay, let's see the speed. I'm gonna steal this. Actually, maybe I should steal this instead. So just so that I'm stealing from this guy, from one guy. Okay, let's look at now the top row. Halfway or a little further, yeah, that explains it. Because you really need to build very good Faction Wars champions. And you need to build them with proper gear, such. And you need to move around gear, obviously, for stages you're stuck at. But it's worth pushing to get higher tier glyphs. But from the glyphs you have, it looks like you have made your way into like the higher tiers of most factions. And you're farming like 20 or 21. Just that you haven't 3-starred. That's my read on it. Yeah, this is better. But you see how I am doing gear. I put my priority stats here. I select all of them. And then as soon as I find pieces, I just click off. Oh yeah, this is better because you can glyph it further. There's a lot of room for improvement on speed, on resistance. And then we just need to now look for the weapon. Again, it's sorted. So this would be the best piece. But then again, I don't want to steal from Duchess if I don't have to. This is a faction unity champion. Also not your Mikage. This is better. Yeah, this is already looking pretty much better. Look at the resistance. It has improved significantly. Now what you need to get is you need to roll this into HP percent. This or this. One of the two needs to roll into HP percent. That's what needs to happen. You need to glyph all of this. Let me actually do some of the glyphs. Some of the early glyphs. Actually, this is a champion that you're going to be using a lot. I would put a higher glyph on it. I'll use this one. +4, sadly. Resistance, let's put this one. +10, that's good. HP, come on, give me +8. Let's upgrade this. Hopefully, what do we want to get? We want to get defense percent, ideally. Crit damage, okay. Again, we also have to just keep in mind, crit damage should be not the lowest, especially for the reviver. 122. This should definitely not be lower. If it is, you need to give her crit damage amulet. Just keep that in mind. Okay, so defense percentage. +5. Come on, +5. Very nice. Got lucky there. Resistance, I would put higher glyph on. That's good. Speed. +2. HP. Okay, that's good. Okay, so Elva is starting to look much better already. It's 10. Okay, that's good. Speed +4. Come on. Very nice. Nice. And then like this. That's good. That's also nice. Got a decent ascension. Here's well again, we for these champions we are hoping for defense or HP. That's good. When you have enough materials, you can rank them up. Again, this one for now I will rank up because it's already defense percentage. So what I would suggest here is I would try to change this one ascension to HP percent, ideally, and then that should be pretty solid. And then now let's look at the accessories. Again, similar logic. What we're gonna do is let's click with equipped. I want high HP. Right now HP is lower than defense, lower on the defense. And I want high speed for the banner and higher, or let's say medium resistance. We are gonna go straight away to protection. Let's see if we can steal this. Attack. Okay, so in terms of the banner, defense banner. Defense for defense. Ideally, we want resistance. Do we have a resistance banner? Unfortunately not. This is +17. That could be nice. But then again, we already have enough speed. We don't need more speed than this. So, to be honest, I think the banner's fine. Let's look at the other two. Okay. So, this ring is on a rare champion. So, we can potentially pull this one. Yeah. And then again, here on the amulet, she has crit damage. So ideally I don't want crit damage on it, but if it's the one needed to get crit damage ahead of Arbice, then I would keep this. So I think this is fine. 464, we want to edge close to 500 ideally, but it's a much better build than what you had. Almost 5k defense as well. So what I'll do again is I will put this as a preset so you can change afterwards. I think that's all your champions. So that, if you change all of this, should help you significantly. And again, at the start you might need to manual a little bit, and always if you want to get the max number of trials, you will need to manual. That's the unfortunate truth. Things I would prioritize is try to get higher blessings on all three of these champions. So on Lydia, on Elva, and on Mashalt. Put them on your wish list, whatever you want. Use the ascensions on some of the gear that I've mentioned, and yeah, you should be doing a lot more damage and trials than you are at the moment. Why am I looking at the area bonus? I know Chimera doesn't have area bonus. I was just curious. Yeah, so if you want to push on faction wars, which I think you should, max all of this shit out. So cheap. It's grade 1. Just max it out. Let me take a look where you are with faction wars. Why do you have it flipped to normal? Yeah, okay, I mean, decent amount. 57, 55, 45 skinwalkers. You're stuck on Ogrins. Oh my god, 18. Oh, Grins is where most people stuck. High Elf you're stuck at, okay. High Elf I have actually steamrolled through because of my lovely Elhain. Supreme Elhain that is. 18, stage 18, okay. 14, okay, so you're not farming the highest stages. Okay, on some of the factions you are. That's how you've built up some glyphs, okay, that's nice. Alright, I think I'll pause here. I hope that was helpful. How's Grim Forest looking? All done. 134, one stage missing. Okay. The stupid thing is that you probably are missing like one of the paths that you haven't walked, most likely. That's the dumb thing here. That's why you have 134 and not 135. Ah, you haven't done this. Is this the one with the 35 mil? Yeah, this is tough. This is tough. But to be honest, you can skip it. Pro Masters just gives the circular coins, and you already have a crap load of them, and they're useless because you can only buy this stuff, and this just goes away. You cannot buy the chest, unfortunately. Okay, then I will jump out of your account. Yeah, best of luck. Make those changes, and hopefully, it'll improve your Chimera results. All right, let me jump back into my account. Is the live arena still open? Probably not. What's happening? Game, come on. All right. Did I do faction war keys? No, I did not. Okay, let's do that. Let's do that. Do the tag arena first to get the 5 remaining keys. Thank you. Do you want to spend a few days on my account gearing champs, crafting teams? No, thank you. I have enough to do with just my account. So next time I'm streaming, we can do the same potentially, so that we can spend a bit of time. But like yourself, I'm also not a fan of just like changing every gear. I personally haven't cleansed my account, my own account, let's say. Come on, kill them. Oh, the protected block damage is so freaking annoying. I curse myself for not having stock, for skipping that fusion, even though it was for a good reason. Come on, Nell. Yeah, she really needs that high blessing, as I was saying earlier. Let's skip right up here. Gear cleansing sucks really. Yeah. It's one of the most painful things in the game. but it needs to be done. It needs to be done. It's also one of the biggest unlocks for progressing in your account or in any account essentially. So it's pretty valuable, obviously. And the smack, yay! There you go. Nice. Three more. Okay, three more. Let's go. This is just poison versus poison. That's what's going on in this fight. Or actually, even burn versus poison. I have to get better at ascending my gear. Yeah, definitely. Definitely. I think in spending your resources, I would say not just gear ascension, but also, for example, at relics, you have a lot of starstone. Incredible amount of starstone. I saw that you had relics as well that you can pull. So, like, just pull your relics, craft food relics, and take your relics up. You had like 2 or 3 plus 15 relics, and then a lot of plus 4s. You can get a lot of like rank 5 relics. So that's also something that you can definitely improve on, I would say. And faction wars, I think you should focus on, because faction wars gives you the mats. It has some of the best relics, I would say. Oh, it gives you very nice glyphs, and it has one of the best mats and one of the best relics in the game, which, as you saw, you only have two of, and you've put them both on your speed booster, which I think is a mistake. So for example, I use chrono cube. Again, chrono cube is a mythical relic, but for example, on my other speed boosters, like my, again, arbiter is not a good example, my Sifi is wearing wand of submission, because that's quite nice on her. And then who else? Like, she's wearing Bane of Centranos. That's a Forge Past relic. Who else do we have? She's wearing Wand of Submission. So Wand of Submission in general is really good. I would recommend that. But then the relic I was talking about, which is from the Faction Wars group, and I want to showcase how many I have, just because I have done all my Faction Wars. So I get a lot of Wars mats, and look at the number of Purge Shadows. One of the best relics. So my Elva wears it. My Lamasu wears it, Lydia, Rezia, Noel, Daithi, even Maria, and yesterday I got one more. How many is that? 4, 6, 7, 8. 8 of them. And yeah, you can get them pretty reasonably if you're doing Faction Wars regularly. So as soon as I get 100, I just pull. So Faction Wars would be an area I would recommend to push on. It's very difficult. It's one of the most difficult in the game, but it's doable. Even on the Discord, I know you're part of Discord, so a lot of people over there are also pushing on Faction Wars hard, asking for teams advice, and yep, I think we'll be happy to help you out as well. But I would recommend pushing there. That will massively improve your account, and also use your glyphs. Have to get better. No, it's the old message. Sorry. Boom. There you go. Okay, next time we can focus on like 5 or 6 builds. I can switch it around for that. For faction wars, yeah, sure, we can do that. But faction wars is mostly like you need a few things, few essential things to really push on faction wars hard. You need a couple of very good relics that you can move around, and you will need Starstone, which luckily you have a lot of saved up to move around the relic. You will need the champions needed to satisfy the condition for 3-starring. And then in some certain factions, it's a very limited pool to choose from, unfortunately. That can be a stopper. But then for some of the later stages, the more difficult stages, the no weak hit stage, for example, or the keep the health above 75%, not let them heal, things like that. For that, one of the most important things you need is you need one very, very good shield or set. Very good shield set, fast, high HP shield set. And you need one very, very good bolster set. Because the shield and bolster combo together, because they stack, it's gonna be extremely useful in some of those later stages. That's like kind of the cheat code of Faction Wars Hard. So you will need some of these things to really move forward there. And of course, again, the champions, some of the champions to satisfy those conditions. I think that's what I'm lacking in Faction Wars. You have what's the name? The Volcardiac Heart. That's very, very good. That's kind of a third shield buff. So that's gonna help you significantly. And yeah, you need to build a lot of champions, obviously. But you are in a very endgame account, so I don't think you have an issue with that. Like, I've had to build a lot of very random champions. I have a series of videos on Faction Wars Hard. When I completed Faction Wars Hard around 4 or 5 months ago, I pumped out a lot of videos there. But I noticed that there wasn't enough demand for it. Not a lot of people were interested in that, so I've stopped. But yeah, on my Discord, it's a pretty active topic because, as weird as it sounds, I actually enjoyed Faction Wars Hard. Even though it was extremely frustrating, it was still enjoyable because it was very challenging. And in the end game, there's not a lot of challenging content. Right now, one of the most challenging content is actually the Grim Forest final boss. If, and only if, you beat them all at the same time. I tried that on normal, and although I managed to do it, it was extremely difficult. I don't think I can do it on hard mode. But yeah, that's, in my opinion, right now, the most challenging fight in the game. I am going to put out a video on that. Because I filmed when I beat the boss. Just have to film a video for it. It was very tough. Because the boss is built to negate each and every single way of doing damage. Come on, turtles, kill them, kill them, kill them. Come on, proc the very good and smash him away, Leonardo. Come on, go, go, go. There, almost. Here you go. Nice. Okay, we get the keys and then we do our faction wars. Okay, who do we have? Bannerlords, demons. So demon spawn is definitely the easiest because of Carnage. Carnage is such a sick champion. I'll keep an eye out for good shield pieces. Yeah, definitely. You need at least one very, very good shield piece and one very good bolster. I'm sure you have one of each. I've been playing around 6 years. I've been around a minute. Yeah, I can imagine. You have a very rich account, I would say, in terms of champions, roster, also gear. because this game, in the end, champions are important, but less important than gear. Gear takes longer. Ah, come on. Sometimes it's bad RNG. It's bad RNG with Elva's affinity with Carnage. Yes, that's why he didn't get one shot. Otherwise, Carnage just smashes away, just like that. But sometimes the weak hits are an issue. Because for me, this is one of the fastest factions to farm. Look at that damage. Carnage is a beast. Freaking Lamasu, she will never get fixed. Her AI. Why is she boosting Kaimar? And that's it. Yeah, I've done it in 31 seconds. Ooh, 8 mythical mats. That's amazing. My lucky day. It's my lucky day. Okay, let's do Bannerlords. Bannerlords is the... I think it's the one that needs optimization. Right now, I just run it randomly. Yeah, I don't think it has presets. Yeah, it doesn't. Just gets the job done, so that's why I'm not bothered. Hopefully I can get like a 6-star blessing finally for Pointus, and then it'll just make it easier. Who would you change in that team for Volcanos? Which team are you talking about? Or you wanna replicate? Oh, I don't even remember who I have. Carnage, Kaimar, Duchess, probably Kaimar. Yeah, probably Kaimar I would change for Volcanos. So need to book this guy because I know his damage can be improved by booking. Yeah, this is one of the slower teams, as I said, because I just haven't bothered with presets and such. But it doesn't fail. Gets the job done. Sometimes slow, sometimes a little bit faster. But yeah, this is one of the tougher bosses for sure, because these two hit really hard. The minions, they really smack. The freaking fears. What would I even optimize? I know that Mikey is not needed in this team, definitely. At one point, I was running Titus. Titus is incredible, by the way, for Faction Wars Hard. He's really, really good. Of course, people use Titus for his shield damage. But he's also really good at control because he has a provoke. But also, he has like a block active skills that he can put through other teammates, which is super useful. in some of especially in some of these like end stages of Faction Wars Hard, stage 20, 21, super useful. I need to give somebody Brimstone here to make this run faster. Maybe Mikey can do that. Bring Brimstone. I mean, I have the lightning cage on him for the arena actually. Yeah, maybe Brimstone. Not doing much. And of course Quintus, once he gets the 6-star end, he's gonna be unstoppable. He has 5-star Ren right now. 5-star Ren also of course helps clear waves pretty fast. You saw how much damage he did on the first wave. But yeah, 6-star is gonna keep it consistent. Not lose it after the first 2 hits. And he's dead. Come on. Bring him back. Raglan, do your job. Thank you. This minion is almost dead. But the thing is that the boss can revive. It doesn't matter if you want to kill them or not. Because he revives every 4 turns, yeah. Even though it's 50% HP, so technically you can. The other boss, the Disruptor, which is a more difficult boss than this one, there it's the minions are super tanky, so it's not worth killing. Even though he doesn't have a revive, it's not worth killing, I would say. Great stream and thank you for the help. Catch the next one. See you around, Antonio. Thanks for hanging out. Okay, we're getting close. We're getting close. Boom. So Raglan or Mariska haven't died. Sometimes they die in this fight. That was a good chunk of damage from Quintus. And that should do it. Nice. Wow. Today is my lucky day. 4 more. Crazy. That was 8 plus 4. That's 12. Crazy. Okay, let's go for orcs. See what we get. Maybe, who knows? Maybe I can get like 8 more. That'd be incredible. I discovered how good Takeover is by Faction Wars Hard Mode. I had never built him before. 5 years playing Raid, I had not built him. But yeah, he's a super good champion. I was gonna say epic champion, but no, he's a super good champion. I still don't have the highest of blessings on him, unfortunately. But hopefully one day I'll get them. And of course I struggled a lot with orcs. That is right up until I got, or we all got, Croc Hat as the fusion. And that turned things around because Croc Hat is insane. Really insane. Ah, come on, you had to put on your stone skin Arbice. Get rid of it. And of course she's weak affinity to this guy. There you go. Finally. About freaking time. He's gonna stun. Need to build up the resistance even more on Takeover. He's still taking the debuffs, which is not nice, not ideal, not what we want. Yeah, this in my opinion the most difficult boss, and this it's one of the bosses in which it makes sense to kill the minions before, because yeah, without that it's almost impossible. Especially this minion, the left minion, super annoying because he puts on exactly that, the reflect damage, which kills your team. But the boss itself is super annoying. Don't get me wrong, because he's flipping everything. The funny thing is he always steals the pinpoint stack, but it's useless for him because he's immune to everything. Where is that? Like here, he's immune to all the crowd control. Okay, so minions are down. It's the boss now. You know what? I should probably disable the A3 from Packmaster to not put block buffs on him, because I really don't want the block debuffs on the boss, which he flips it around to. Croc dies, but that's why we have Tagore. Tagore will bring him back. But actually, it's almost, not almost. It is midnight, so I think I'll call it here, guys. Been a few hours already. Been nice. A lot of you have been hanging out. Appreciate that a lot. But I will call it here. Thank you very much for watching along, and yeah, I'll come up with a schedule. I'll try to keep the stream more regular going forward. And I'll post it on the Discord. So if you guys are watching and you want to watch further, do join the Discord just to keep informed. And yeah, I wish you a very nice evening, night, wherever you are. And yeah, see you next time. Thank you.